All right, let's get right into it. Today, in this explainer, we're tackling a massive logistical nightmare that pretty much everyone faces at some point: dealing with heavy, completely useless scrap metal. If you live or work in Riyadh, you know exactly what I'm talking about here. We're talking about those bulky dinosaur central AC units that finally gave up the ghost, mountains of leftover construction materials, or just old office electronics eating up your valuable real estate. It's heavy, it's awkward to move, and honestly, it's just a huge hassle. But today, we're going to look at how a specialized service is actually turning that exact problem into a totally streamlined, highly efficient process.
Okay, let's dive into this. Have you ever found yourself just staring at a broken central AC unit? Or maybe a pile of leftover renovation debris, wondering how on earth you're going to get rid of it? The traditional way usually involves, renting a truck, finding some guys to do the heavy lifting, and then haggling at a junkyard way across town. It's a massive headache. But what if you could take that heavy scrap, that old machinery, or those obsolete computers gathering dust in your storage room, and turn them directly into cash without ever even leaving your premises? That is exactly the question we're answering today.
Section 1. Riyadh's Scrap Metal Solution, transforming bulk disposal from a logistical headache to a streamlined service. So, Riyadh Scrap Pickup operates as the centralized, highly reliable answer for residents, business owners, and industrial managers alike. They've essentially built a whole system designed to help you effortlessly monetize your scrap. To give you the background directly from our source material, this is a public service brand operating under Khashm Fahad contracting establishment. They cater to a huge range of clients across the city, residential, commercial, industrial, you name it. And here's their foundational offering. They provide free transportation and loading from absolutely any location within Riyadh upon agreement. So right off the bat, that entire physical burden of moving the metal, it's completely removed from your shoulders.
Section 2. What exactly do they buy? Establishing the wide scope of accepted scrap materials. Let's move to and see how this builds.
Because it's one thing to say they buy scrap, right? But the actual scope of what they accept is honestly pretty staggering, and it illustrates some immense versatility. Over in household and HVAC, we're looking at things like old split and window air conditioners, or leftover aluminum window frames from a recent home upgrade. Then in electronics and cabling, they're actively buying obsolete computers, heavy copper wires, and even massive old server racks from commercial buildings. Finally, we move into the industrial and machinery side. This includes literal commercial generators, heavy factory manufacturing equipment, and demolition scrap. Basically, they're fully equipped to handle everything from one single household's outdated PC to an entire warehouse full of heavy industrial hardware.
Section 3. 4 steps to instant cash, visualizing the hassle-free collection and payment process.
Knowing what they buy is great, but how does the actual transaction happen? We're going to look at the exact operational process that makes disposing of heavy machinery surprisingly effortless. Here's their 4-step workflow, and it moves fast. Step 1 is incredibly simple. You literally just call or WhatsApp them a few photos of your scrap to get a preliminary estimate. Step 2, their team comes directly to your location in Riyadh for an on-site evaluation and fair weighing using their own scales. Step 3 is the heavy lifting, literally. Their workers professionally dismantle the bulky items and load them right onto their trucks. And finally, Step 4, instant cash payment. There are absolutely no processing delays, no waiting around for a bank transfer to eventually clear. The exact moment that truck is loaded, you get paid in cash right on the spot.
Section 4. Why choose this service? Evaluating their specific competitive advantages. Now, this is absolutely crucial. Why should you specifically choose this establishment over, say, other local, maybe slightly less formal options? Let's break down their core guarantees. First up, the free on-site pickup applies across all Riyadh districts, whether you're in Al Malaz, Al Olia, anywhere. Second, they guarantee absolutely zero hidden charges or weird deductions at the end of the job. Third, the pricing is entirely weight-based, tied directly to transparent market rates. But here is the massive competitive advantage: free professional dismantling. Seriously, if you're dealing with old air conditioners, amateur removal can lead to really dangerous chemical and refrigerant leaks. Their professional crew handles that dismantling safely and for free, which is a massive win for both your personal safety and your wallet.
And beyond just the services, we're looking at a structurally sound, totally legitimate operation. They're a legally registered Saudi establishment, and their unified national number is 700-594-4660. They've held an active commercial record since February of 2019. This means you're dealing with an established, fully accountable business that actually provides clear professional communication from start to finish. They aren't some fly-by-night, unverified operation. That structural reliability is exactly why so many businesses and residents alike trust them to handle their property.
Section 5. Proof from happy customers. Examining the verified social proof and ratings. Because, organizational claims are great, but data from real customers provides the ultimate proof.
So let's see what residents actually have to say. And wow, look at that, a 4.9 out of 5 stars Google rating. I mean, in the service industry, maintaining a score that high requires consistent, on time, and honestly, just stellar performance. It represents overwhelmingly positive feedback directly from the people of Riyadh.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the sheer volume behind that rating. That 4.9 isn't just from 10 or 20 people. They have serviced over 1,000 satisfied customers who rely on this exact workflow. That kind of volume absolutely speaks volumes about their capacity and their overall trustworthiness in the Riyadh market. Just to ground all these abstract benefits into a real-world, highly relatable scenario, let's look at this exact testimonial from a customer named Mohammed Al-Utaibi. He wrote, "Excellent service. They came to my building in Al Malaz, dismantled 5 old central AC units, loaded everything, and paid cash on the spot. Highly recommended scrap buyers." I mean, this review perfectly encapsulates their entire value proposition. They handle the complex dismantling of multiple heavy units, they do the loading, and they hand over the cash immediately. It really doesn't get much clearer than that.
Section 6. The eco-friendly impact. The broader environmental benefits of local scrap processing. As we start to wrap up this explainer, it's really vital to understand that choosing a professional scrap service like this isn't just about your individual profit or finally cleaning out your storage room. It actually ties directly into a much larger, community-wide benefit. By utilizing their local scrap processing yard, you're ensuring that recyclables are sorted and disposed of responsibly. This actively reduces local landfill waste across Riyadh. Plus, it conserves massive amounts of energy because recycling metal is just far more energy efficient than mining and refining new ore. It directly supports the modern circular economy where materials are endlessly repurposed. And, crucially, all of this aligns perfectly with the broader sustainability and environmental goals outlined in Saudi Vision 2030. So yes, you're cleaning your space, but you're also actively contributing to a much greener future.
So I want to leave you with this final thought to consider. Next time you finish a renovation, or upgrade your office electronics, or finally replace that broken AC, what will your next step actually be? Will you just let that heavy metal gather dust and eat up your valuable space? Or will you feed the circular economy, completely bypass the physical hassle, and get paid instantly in cash? The structured solution is literally right there waiting for you. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I hope this gave you a completely new perspective on how to handle your heavy scrap.